Hi Pisces, this is Jody with Soul Purpose Tarot. I am in Carmel, Indiana. I am a Libra Sun, Capricorn Rising, Sagittarius Moon. If you have been here before, welcome back. If you're new to the channel, welcome. What I normally do is let flip, fly, or fall anywhere from 5 to 7 tarot cards. Take a look at that. Are we looking at life, love, career, or health? And then clarify with various oracle decks. So let's see what's going on with Pisces for the first half of July. And I am understanding that it is going to be somewhat emotional with where the planets are at and a lot of crabbiness. And that might make you guys more so because you guys are water signs. So I'm just going to say be prepared. Got a lot of stuff going on. All right. So the first one is the Four of Pentacles. I feel like you're feeling pinched in the money area. So you've either had a lot of money going out or you're not having enough coming in. Whatever the case is, Four of Pentacles always makes me think he's like hanging on tight. The next card is the Two of Swords. Okay, so you have a decision to make, and that must play into that. You've also got a reunion, potential reunion, or someone from the past coming in. And Three of Wands in reverse. So let me think about that. Let me get a couple more cards. How exactly... a decision. I feel like it's a decision how to spend your money. And okay, so this is the feeling I'm getting, is there is a reunion of some sort this summer. This could be a bunch of girlfriends from high school getting together. This could be a family reunion. And I feel like I'm hearing the word Hawaii. It's like a bunch of people are meeting in Hawaii for a reunion, and you really, really want to go, and you're trying to decide, do I go to this because I really don't have the money, or maybe you do have the money, but you're like, do I want to spend my money on that? And I feel like this is what you're like weighing out in your head, because there is some travel that's going to have to be done to get to this reunion so you can see these people. So take this reunion for however it resonates with you. But I just feel like you're kind of pinched with money, and it's like, yeah, I could make it work, but is it going to stress me out? So it's like that's what's kind of going back and forth in your head. Is this worth the hassle? Is it worth the money? Do I really want to see these people that bad? Because it feels like it's like maybe you haven't done this or been to this reunion or seen these people for like 20 or 30 years. So, I mean, it's a big deal. But it feels like that's what the decision is. The Three of Wands. So if the Three of Wands would be like looking out and trying to decide where you want to go. So it's like, so again, it's like the decision of where to go has already been made. It's you trying to decide, the destination, because like if this was in the upright, it would be like, oh, well, we might go to Cancun, we might go to Hawaii, we might do this, we might do this. No, the decision has already been made. We're meeting here. This is the weekend we're meeting, or this is the week we're meeting. That the here and all of that has already been decided. You just have to decide, do I want to go to this? Do I want to spend the money on it? Do I want to take off of work? And I feel like you're kind of telling yourself, you know what, I could make it happen. I could put it on a credit card. I could work a few extra hours. I could make it happen. But is it worth the hassle? Is just what I keep hearing. Is it worth the hassle? Is it will I get the benefits from the memories with what I have to do to make it happen? So it's no, I don't want those. So that's the feeling that I'm getting, is just Is it worth the hassle? Sorry, I'm just going to keep repeating that because that's the feeling. Is there anything else? High Priest. Whoops, there's 2 cards there. The High Priestess came out, you know, and I feel like the Star card actually was upright, and when I picked it up, I didn't pay any attention to how it fell out. So this is a desire that you have, and it is something that you have thought about. So I feel like I want to say, make it happen. I feel like you will not regret if you make it happen, because I think you are going to be pleasantly surprised by, well, and some spiritual learning, because I feel like there's going to be some like spiritual connectedness. So if you're someone, all right, I want you to think about this. If you are someone who has made some leaps and bounds in your spiritual awakening journey, and maybe the reason that you are thinking about not going to this is because you're like, oh man, am I going to be able to talk to these people about the stuff that I've been going through? I think that I feel like you are being led to say you will be a beacon of light to some of the stuff that these people are going through. And there's going to be some major stuff come out that kind of like things that they've had happen, and they're like going, oh my God, I thought I was crazy. And this is going to be a really, really good opportunity for you to enlighten some people. So think about that. I mean, this feels like you're looking at it. Is it a hassle? Is it a hassle? I feel like the universe is saying you are needed to bring your light in on this situation, because you have maybe you are perhaps a little more enlightened than a lot of people that will be going to this. And your concern is, oh my God, is there going to be a lot of drama here? But I feel like you're going to be able to shed some light on some stuff in a positive way. So I feel like the universe is like, yes, you need to go to this. We'll make it happen. We'll help you make it happen, because you need to go over there. It's kind of like you starting a candle of, you know, higher vibrations with some of these people. You're going to be able to bring in a little bit of a higher, you know, it's almost like you're going in as a spiritual guru to this group of people. And you're going to have some deeper conversations with people. And it may not be everybody, you know, if it's a small reunion, yeah, maybe you'll all have something in the living room. But if it's, you know, like 50 or 100 people there, you're not going to have that happen with everybody. But you might be able to have some really good conversations with a handful of people and light some interest or fire with it, is the feeling. So what is some stuff that could come up at this reunion that, or you know, some things to look forward to help people with? I feel like I want that card with gossip. Okay. So yeah, that's so funny, because in my head I was thinking, okay. One of the reasons that I don't hang out with a lot of the people that I used to, like I used to belong to an indie singles over 40 group. And the last time I was with them, all they did was sit there and gossip about everybody that wasn't there in the group. And I feel like that's one of the current concerns. You're like, God, I don't want to, you know, so you go in with a different attitude of, you know what, you know, maybe it's time to speak up and go, this isn't right to be talking about everybody behind their back or whatever. This is the feeling. It's like, that is funny, because I'm thinking about that, because I was thinking about if I was put in that situation and I was going into a group of, you know, people that I went to high school with or whatever, or the indie singles over 40 group, and they just wanted to sit around and gossip. And I remember when I came home from that night, I was like going, this is why I don't hang out with these people anymore, is because I don't want to sit around and gossip about all the people that aren't here. So that's probably something that's going to come up, and you're going to have to handle that in a different way. Instead of joining in on the gossip, you're going to have to join in a different way and try to make them look at it in a different perspective. So what else is going to come up at this reunion that you're going to have to deal with? Discovery. That feels like it's discovery. It feels like it's going to be a discovery of you might have more in common with them than you think you do, or you're going to discover that they've been going through some things that maybe they haven't been letting on. You know, they've had their mask and everybody kind of lets their mask down, and then they start talking about, yeah, this is what's going on. Me and my husband aren't getting along, or this has been going on, or this has been going on. It's just this very strong feeling of you are going in from a different perspective than you would have in the past. And you're almost going in to help teach some of these people how to look at things from a different perspective. So I want you to really, I mean, I know you may be still trying to think about whether this is what you want to do, but think of it as the universe is calling you up to do some of your job. Grief. So there's some grief that's going to come up during this trip. Perhaps if this was if it is a reunion, obviously there's going to be people that are not there because they have passed away. So maybe that's where you come in and you talk about your way of thinking about grief and how people pass over and they're still there and blah, 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 whatever. I feel like you're probably going to come in with some gratitude. You may run into some people that are complaining about different things, and maybe you get a chance to bring in your views on the law of attraction and how the law of attraction brings in negative and positive, and kind of point out to people that if you are complaining and not grateful for what you have, the universe isn't going to bring you more of the good stuff because they think you want more of the bad stuff. That's all you talk about. So, there's many ways for you to bring in a different perspective than maybe they are used to. There's two more that just flew out. Renewal. This will be a renewal, an energetic renewal for yourself. And, so keep that in mind. It's not just about going in and working for the universe. This will be renewal for you, and some downtime will be allowed. And despondence. Oh, I don't know what that means. Despondence. Maybe there's going to be some. Where's my book for this? I'm going to look up the word despondence and see what it says. Despondence. Keyword inspiration. Iris teaches us that the only route out of stagnation is motion. If we do nothing, we must accept the consequences. Feeling helpless, acceptance of circumstances, change on the horizon, taking action, revelation, movement, encouragement. I feel like some of the people there are probably, they're coming in with some of that old programming of, oh, woe is me, and this is going on, and this is going on, and this is your chance to step up again and make them look at things differently than they have been. You are no longer in old programming, and you've kind of come out of that, but you're going to probably run into some people that are still in the old programming. So, you might be able to put your 2 cents worth in, and just don't let them suck you down into their way of thinking. And you're not. I'm sorry, that's just stupid. You're not going to let you suck you down. Don't let them suck your energy down. Your job is to bring them up. I don't want any more of these. They're like, we're done with those. Okay, done with those. Okay, so let's talk about some emotions that you are still. Is this what I want? Do I want to do emotions that you are still struggling with? No, I think we pretty much cleared that. All right, I want these for whatever reason. I feel like this is other reasons why you should go on this reunion, retreat, whatever this gathering is. You're going on a gathering, and it's going to be for your own good as well as the people that are there. Manifestation power. Use your spiritual gifts and natural abilities to attract your desired outcome. So, this is interesting. I had this conversation with a girlfriend of mine when she had to take her mother to a funeral, and she was like really super stressed out because she was afraid her mom was going to embarrass her. And I said, the fact that you're already expecting that you need to switch your thinking around of how you want it, manifest your desired outcome. So if part of the reason you're having problems making the decision for this is because you're thinking about all the negative stuff that could happen, go in with you want to manifest these deep, dark conversations and have them look at you perhaps in a different way of a spiritual teacher instead of you going in and like, oh my God, all they're going to do is complain, blah, 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 blah. So think about how you would like it to manifest in a positive way instead of, because I feel like, again, that's one of the reasons why you're in this decision mode. Oh my God, is it going to be worth the hassle? Because I don't think you're not necessarily thinking of it being on a wonderful grand scale of, oh God, that was the best trip I've ever taken. I feel like you might be a little pessimistic about it. And so it's going to turn out however you kind of set yourself up for is what I feel like they're trying to say. This one wanted to come out. Shield yourself, protect yourself from harsh or fear-based energies by envisioning a cocoon of healing light surrounding you. If you are worried about going into this situation and having some of their negativity rub off on you, shield yourself ahead of time, so that you don't soak up, because again, I feel like that might be some of the stuff that you're worried about is if you have kind of elevated yourself to a different place, you've gotten rid of a lot of the fear-based programming, the negative things. It's kind of like you don't gossip anymore. You don't talk about other people in a negative way. And you want to make sure that doesn't that anybody bringing in that negative energy is, the best thing that you could do is go in and raise those vibrations in whatever way, shape, or form that you have to do. So, look at it as a job, as you are there to bring up the vibrations and the conversations to a higher level than maybe they would be if you were not there. 3 just flew out. Okay. Past life issue. This situation has a basis in one of your previous lifetimes. Ask your angels for help. Ask your angels to help you remember, release, learn, and heal from your past experiences. Oh, that's interesting. And that could be past life in this life, past life from a previous life. That might be what's causing you a little anxiety or angst about going to this is past issues that have not been resolved between maybe somebody that's going to be there. Workshops and seminars. Attending and giving speeches is part of your spiritual path and purpose. Be open to teaching and learning. And again, I feel like you're going into this. They don't know this, but maybe you need to think of it like this, that you are going in to teach old programming from new and teach them, how to think of things in a more positive way or whatever, Solar plexus chakra. It is safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways. I feel like you need to be a teacher in this situation. Rise above what could happen, go in, elevate them. Elevate the people that you are going to see at this reunion. So I think we're at 20 minutes. I'm going to stop here. That was interesting. That was very specific for a very handful of people. I will talk to you middle of July later. Bye.